So this is my newest kit that we're selling on the Perth Ners Herd website. I've made this with space conservation in mind, because I do have a pub scene, but it's quite large and it takes up heaps of room, and I kind of want to get rid of it because it just takes up too much space. But the beauty about this kit is it's a fully functional pub. The kit is going to be around the $40–45 price mark. It'll include all this stuff you see here, and also a whole bunch of like extra little chairs. I just haven't bothered gluing them in yet. But all these pieces are fixed. The minis, of course, are not fixed because I want to be able to position them for whatever scenario I'm playing in my role-playing game. But the idea with this pub is that I can pack down simply by doing it one-handed is a bit of a task, simply by folding it like this into a little box, and that can just store away on a shelf without taking up too much space. So just to show you what you get in with your bar in a box, you get the box that it comes in. Yeah. You get various bits of paper with printouts for the interior of the bar. You get a long bar and some various short bars, and they come complete with bottles, wine bottles, whiskey flasks, and beer steins. And you have 4 round tables of various configurations with different things on them. 3 sort of medium-sized tables that people can sit around. 2 of these kegs for pouring, and you'll notice that there are artifacts on this that need to be cleared off from the printing process. So that'll be part of what you have to do. These are quite separated out. They'll come kind of on their sprues a little bit, so you have to take them off and clean them out. You get 21 of these beer barrels, and you get 33 bar stools. These bar stools haven't been really cleaned off yet. You can see those sprues on there. But yeah, so my next job is going to be to assemble the actual pub, or the tavern, and paint up these little pieces and stick them in there. And I'll show you how that's done. Okay, to turn the box for your Tavern in a Box into the tavern, you will need PVA wood glue, some scissors, and a little brush to smush the PVA wood glue around onto the cardboard box. That's it. So get a Sharpie pen and go around the edges where the door is going to be, and the box edges with it, before gluing down all the coloured pieces. As you can see, I have coloured the edges in black, the bottom edges in black, and that makes it ready for me to inlay the flooring. I've checked that my first flooring piece fits quite well. It curls up a little at the edges, but that's good. That's what I want. I want it to overlap that a little bit. A nice generous coat of PVA glue, and I've applied the first flooring piece, and as you can see, it comes right up into the edges, and I let it curl up like this, and make sure it stays. I'm just making sure these corners stay at 90 degrees, maybe even a little bit steeper than 90 degrees as it dries. I'm also just keeping this pressed down so it stays flat as it dries. Shouldn't take too long because we're in Australia and it is 43 degrees at the moment, which for those of you who use Fahrenheit, that's 109, 110 degrees Fahrenheit, so pretty hot. So it's another coating of this PVA glue on the second half. See how I've gone up the walls slightly? That is so that the flooring can stick. Beautiful, look at that. So just press it down. If you've got bits with pockets of air or anything, squish them down. Don't smush them across like that, because if the paper's a bit wet, you're going to find that you'll rub off bits of your printing, and you also can tear it because like the paper's gotten wet by the PVA glue. So just just take care of it, and as you go down nice and carefully. I overcooked it here. Oops, that's alright, I'll fix that later. I've now put PVA on the front edge, and I have made little folds in this one, so I know how to place it onto here. Have a little bit of a wrap around here at this corner and at this corner, and it's a good thing that we put a black line across the bottom, and then it's a good thing we had the flooring wrap up that edge a little bit so that little lip is all taken care of. Okay, so now we have 4 of these little wall pieces, and I'm going to fold them in half like that, and then I'm going to put the PVA glue on these edges, and then I'm going to fold them over. These ones are going to be interesting. So as you can see, there's like overhang, so I will cut that down and fold it under and do some voodoo for that, but that'll be pretty easy. Actually, I figured I'd show you how my voodoo is going to work here. I've put this piece on and I've just folded it around the shape of that, and so now what I will do is I will cut one side of where the fold is off on that half, and when I put it on, I will fold this piece here over, and then that will just sit atop, and that'll fit nice and snugly. One of these corners that I cut off of here is going to fix up this boo-boo. Sorted, mate. This little cut corner piece can cover up that. Kitchen door for when people order Otic spiced potatoes. And then this door, you got a choice. You can put this on it, so it can be like a ye olde inn pub, or if you've got like a country and western theme going, you can use these saloon doors, and they'll go on there nicely as well. So, choices. So, not bad. That was about 30 minutes, start to finish, cutting out and gluing all these sections on. It's turned out pretty good, really. So, there's one final step that I'm going to do. You don't have to do, but tomorrow, once this dries, I'm going to coat the whole thing in PVA just to give it a good sort of hard-wearing plastic finish, and that will do that. Here's a tip. It was curling up a little bit, so I wet the underside of it, and just a little, and now I've set it with just some glasses on the top to weigh it down while it dries, and I will come back for that piece in the morning.